Hey, hey y'all. Y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Happy Wednesday. This is Wellness Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Hey, Miss Key. Hey, Sassy. Six Bowls. Hey, everyone. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Hey, Sassy. Good to see you. We're in a new month, and it's February. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to plug up some right quick.
You say you want two lead tickets?
Uh-huh.
The same kind?
Yeah.
What school am I going to
Try that plug. Try that plug. The lady I just called, it's about Pope been added on now. Like, what?
I told you that.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that one out there probably work.
Okay, we'll check it out. How y'all day been today? It's been raining here all day. It's been raining here all day. I tell you, this weather is, it's strange. Because it was like it was freezing a few days ago. Now it feel like it's kind of warm with the rain. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I'm trying to maintain, guys. Trying to maintain. But today is Wellness Wednesday, and we know February has came in. February, you could be Valentine's Day, Black History Month, and also Heart Awareness Month. And y'all know over here, I try to share things concerning wellness, awareness. But I want to put the disclaimer out. Hey, Grandma Lynn, I see you was in the chat also. Good to see everyone. Hey, Miss Key. Hey, Frank. Your day been going well? That's great. Y'all day been going good. Shout out to everybody that's doing the challenge 2026. Miss Key had started 2 or 3 weeks ago. I started back doing them with her last week. This week we're doing inspiration of the day. I have put the list on my community wall if anybody interested, or you could check out the videos we've been posting this week. Frank, I see you had joined in. Yeah. And shout out to everybody that's doing something for them, that's working on them for themselves. This your birthday month? Oh, okay. Your birthday this month here? Yeah, my daughter's birthday was the other day. She turned 37. Okay, when your birthday, Frank? Can y'all hear me real good? Yeah, you told me, but my mind been kind of, I've been everywhere. My mind been everywhere, Frank. You did tell me. Okay, 26. Okay. I've been going through it this last month or so, but I'm trying to maintain. Okay, let me make sure I remember the 26th. If I give you a shout out. But anyway, we're in a new month. Like I said, this is February. And if you've been following me, I do be sharing things on different types of awareness over here. And February is Heart Awareness Month. And I was going to share some information, which I share every February. But I want to put out this disclaimer. My channel do not diagnose or suggest anything for anybody, illnesses or conditions. This is just commentary. I try to share information, and I try to encourage. Anytime you're having any kind of medical issues, whether it's concerning your heart or any illnesses, make sure you consult your doctor. I don't diagnose. I got my own issues. And but anyway, this is commentary for me. I like sharing and reading different things about different awarenesses. So this is heart health awareness, and I'm gonna be bringing some information. You probably already read it before or seen it before, but this is oh, I messed around and hit the wrong thing. Can y'all hear me? Or can y'all hear me? I messed around and hit a button or something. Can y'all hear me? Am I lagging or how's everything? Can y'all hear me good? Hey, Nuts. How are you doing? Good to see you. Okay. I'm doing okay. I saw what you had said to me and my daughter look alike. Did you go over there and see that picture on my communal wall? Nuts. I put up a picture yesterday that showed me and my daughter side by side. That was like a few years ago before I started wearing glasses. She kind of do look like me as she get older, though. How you been doing? I don't even think I had a chance to see you this year. Happy New Year. Hope you had a good New Year's and Christmas. Mine was okay, so. I lost my mom a week before Christmas, so I've been going through it this last month, but I'm just trying to keep holding on. I'm hanging in there. It get rough. Okay, yes, it was. It was. I need some I had to try to get myself back on track. Losing a parent is hard. Yeah, that's why you probably had me seeing me because I had to take some time off a little bit. I had a birthday in January too, but I'm thankful for another year. But today I just want to talk about heart health. Y'all know what I do over here. Is anybody in the chat dealing with heart disease or they got anybody that dealing with heart disease? Like I said, this is commentary. This is not to diagnose anyone or anything like that. This is just, like I said, this is awareness. And awareness is using my platform to talk about it and share information about it. And, but anytime you start having chest pain or having anything dealing with your heart or any type of illness, make sure you consult your doctor. Don't take up on yourself and say, sometimes when we have gas or anxiety, it'll make us feel 57, honey, 57. You need to go look at that picture on my communal wall. I put me and my daughter side by side. Child, 57. Woo. I'm just thankful to be here. But anytime you have any type of pain in your chest, hey, Sassy, good to see you. Dry Kelper now. Shout out to Sassy also. She doing her own personal journey. Shout out to anybody that's working on them for them, that's working on their health. I'm still working on mine. This was one of my main goals this year, to continue to stay focused. And, after I lost my mom, I felt, I said, Lord, I got to get back to where I need to be. But, I still have my days. She going to always be on my mind. And I still cry. And I don't think the tears they are drying up some, but I sit back and I think about my mom. It just, them tears start by falling. But, that's what part of grieving is. I have those good days and bad days, but I thank God for his grace and mercy. Yep. You think she favored me and both of us? Okay. But I'm gonna get anybody in the chat deal with heart disease or they got any family members dealing with heart disease. Yeah, I just got my ultrasound. I did a screening. They had to do a screening on my heart. Everything turned out pretty good. Most of mine was anxiety, but they wanted to make sure there wasn't nothing else going on because I had lost my mom and I was having problem breathing when I first found out about my mom death. And I just got to take care of myself. Because when you have anxiety, it make you feel like you're having a heart attack because it hurts you. Your chest be hurting, and I have them real bad. And by the loss of my mom, it just made it worse for me. But I'm back on my medication. I'm doing more breathing treatments. I'm feeling a little bit like my normal self a little. But everything is a process. You did? You lost your grandma and dad due to heart attack? Okay. That's one of the number one killers out here, right? That's one of the number one killers out here, and that's what I'll be talking about today. I'm still here, but I'll be reading behind the camera. I don't know if y'all see that. Like I said, this Wellness Wednesday. I'm trying to get back into my commentary, trying to get back to doing some vlogging, and because if I don't stay a little busy, only thing I do, I'll be sad, I'll be crying, and so I'm in this support group with people that had lost their parent. It's just like we help each other. So I've been, hey, Grandma Lynn, good to see you. Yeah, that's stress. That's stress. And I know had been stressed out. Yeah, 'cause I lost my mom. I was sad. I'm still, I have my days, but I'm just trying to right now get back focused on trying to make sure I take care of myself. So today we want to talk about heart awareness. And if you've been over here with me, you know that I do read about different awareness that comes every month. So this month is heart health. So I'm just going to read a few things. Y'all can hang around in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Support the best way you can. Y'all make sure y'all check each other out. Check out each other's channels. We got Grandma Lynn. We got Miss Key. We got Knots. We got Frank. We got Sassy in the chat. Y'all are all some awesome creators. And I thank y'all for being part of my YouTube family. I got a phone call. Hold on. I'm back, y'all. Had to answer that call. But I'm sorry to hear about that, Sass, about your mom, about your grandparent and your dad. That's one of the leading causes out here. So I'm fixing to share some facts about heart disease. Let me see, is that what I got on there? These are just some quick facts, and I got this article from uh, the American Heart Disease. This is where I got this information from. Anybody can share it that want to know anything about heart disease. Like I said, I just got my screening a couple of weeks ago. So my test came out pretty good. They did an ultrasound on my heart. They checked my legs. They did all that to make sure I don't have any type of blockage and anything like that. It's good. You said smoking was never my thing, but I did drink before. Okay. It's good to get those screening done. Sometimes your doctor will suggest you get a screening done. Like, reason my doctor suggests I get one done because he knew I was dealing with anxiety with my mom. There's a heart disease quick facts. Heart disease is very common in the United States. Heart disease is the leading cause of death. I'm trying to see that what I got on the string. I don't even think that's what I got on the string. I think that's it right there. I don't know. But anyway, I got this from the American Heart Association. And these are some facts. There's a heart disease is very common in the United States. Heart disease is the leading cause of death of men, women, and people of most racial ethnic groups. In 2023, almost 1 in every 4 deaths in the United States was caused by heart disease. High blood pressure is the leading cause of heart disease. Anybody in the chat take blood pressure medicine? Do anybody in the chat take blood pressure medicine? I take blood pressure medicine. Do anybody in the chat take blood pressure medicine? Okay. They said when, those are some of the causes of heart attack. High blood pressure is the leading cause of heart disease. Nearly half of the United States adults have high blood pressure, which put them at risk for heart disease and stroke. And just 1 in 4 people with high blood pressure has it under control. If I don't take my medicine, I have headaches. My eyes get blurry. I get dizzy. So I make sure I take my medication every day. If you're taking blood pressure medicine, don't stop taking it because you think you don't not having any type of issues. You don't stop taking it if your high blood pressure be lower. I mean, like me, I have to take mine every day. Like I've been going to the doctor regular, and my blood pressure, it varies. It varies because when I deal with chronic pain, my blood pressure go up a lot. Because pain makes your blood pressure go up. I don't know, a lot of people didn't know that, but if you're in pain or if you stress, all that does cause blood pressure to go up. So high blood pressure is the leading cause of heart disease. Nearly half of the United States adults have high blood pressure, which put them at risk of heart disease and stroke, and just 1 in 4 people with high blood pressure has it under control. Older adults, approximately 4 in 5 heart disease death occurs in people over 65. Prevalent increases from 1% in adult age 18 through 44 to over 24% in those 75 and older. Men risk increases significantly around 45. Women heart disease. This is what they saying about women, y'all. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for women, with risk rising rapidly after menopause, often with more severe overcome. Wow. So they said for the men, it started around 45, but this is one of the number one leading cause of women heart disease. Okay, they were saying about the racial, hold on. Racial and ethnic groups, African Americans have a higher risk of severe high blood pressure and heart disease. So this is from the data from the CDC. They said African Americans has the highest risk of severe high blood pressure and heart disease. Wow. I know a lot of people I know do take blood pressure medicine. They take cholesterol medicine. That's why it's good to get your checkups. And if you have to get blood pressure medicine, don't feel bad about it because there's a lot of people out here taking blood pressure medicine. Then some people say they don't have to take blood pressure medicine. That's a good thing. I've been on blood pressure medicine for the last 5 or 6 years at the most. CDC data shows high consistent risk across Hispanic, Native American, Alaskan Native populations. Factor increasing impact. Pre-existing condition, roughly 47% of United States adults have high blood pressure, and over 72% have unhealthy weight, creating a high risk population. Lifestyle genetics, individuals with family history of smokers and those with sanitary lifestyle are most vulnerable. Yeah, like they said, like people that smoke a lot, they have a chance of getting high blood pressure. The smokers, the ones that, some people would do the other smoking, it might affect their blood pressure too. So, but people have their own choice of living. There's a global impact. The poorest population in low and middle income countries are affected due to limited access to care. What they're saying, like a lot of people in the rural, the poor, like the ones that don't have insurance, those are some of the ones that, probably end up with problems because they don't have the care, they don't have the insurance, and it's good to have some type of health insurance that if you can afford it. Some places they give you payment plans or they'll try to work with you. Then some of these people don't. Some of those doctors always be want money. Cause I know doctor I go to, they be wanting it. But I'm finna read to y'all some history behind when did they start this day for awareness. Have I lost y'all? Y'all know I be reading and on Wednesday, it's kind of like Miss Keaton used to be saying this was health class. So this still the health class, y'all. I'm trying to get back into my commentary. What you saying, Frank? Hold on. Your comment got by me. I see you said, I'm trying to see, can I pull it up? I'm finna check. I see you said something about 45. And a lot of people do not take their health serious. A lot of people do not take their health serious. They really don't. But to each of each own. A lot of people do not take their health serious. They really don't. I saw what Sassy had said. That's why she walked for her health. And she be doing good over there. She be doing a good job. I see Grandma Lynn has started her walking bike over. Okay, Frank said, I guess I'm good. Never had a heart attack, and I'm over 45. You know why? Because you're taking care of yourself, right? You're taking care of yourself. And that's what it is about, taking care of yourself. I see you had been changing up your eating habits. You do a lot of walking. You do stuff that helped you out when it comes down to being stressed. And what I mean, I'm not saying you stressed about anything, but you try to keep doing stuff like you watch your games, you listen to music, you have your videos, your channel. That's good. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And see, that's basically what I've been trying to do. I'm getting back to it, trying to get myself back on track with my health because I know I did some neglection I didn't stick to what some of the things I supposed to been stuck with. And I was stressing. I was stressing. And my biggest problem is that I'm an emotional eater. An emotional eater, I'm going to share about that probably next week too. Emotional eater is when you turn to food for comfort. And I do that's the wrong thing to do. That for anybody that deal with emotional trauma and stuff like that, food is the worst thing. That you know how sometimes you might get you a thing of ice cream or some cookies, but it don't make your problem go away. It just might mean adding pounds on. So I had to step away from it again. But I was stressing. I was stressing when my mom died. You know, I kept her like, it's just like I wish it was something I could have done. But I know now from talking with people and praying that there's nothing really I probably could have done. But because the doctor had already told us wasn't nothing else they can do for my mom when it come down to the pain she was having. The only thing they was doing is trying to ease it, but we had to try to make her comfortable. And each day I go through grieving and going through what I going through. I know she's not in pain no more. Yeah. Sometimes I tell you, I was crying and eating that ice cream. Oh my God. And then they had one of my cousins had brought me this big old homemade pound cake. I let some of the people got some. I took the other and I kept it for myself. Now I don't want no pound cake and stuff. So I had to get myself back mentally. I was trying to get myself mentally back on track. You see what I'm saying? And it's still a process. It's still a process. It's still a process. You keep doing what you're doing, Frank. You've been so how are you feeling about yourself? Where you at and on your journey? You know, I know you be doing some things. You don't probably record or whatever, but I have noticed what you've been doing. You see what I'm saying? It ain't what you do, it's how you do. I've been noticing the change in some of the stuff you've been doing, even though I know you don't put it on camera. But how are you feeling about yourself? Are you feeling good? You go, you know, because I know, like I said, I noticed that you have changed up on a lot of different things. So you feel good about yourself. You love yourself. That's right. That's what we got to do. We have to love ourselves, regardless of the good, the bad. We got to still love ourselves. But I'm typing something in right now. I don't deal with people drama or mess. I know that's right. You know, it's time out. That ain't nothing but stress. You know, sometimes, you know, I'm like this, and y'all know I have always been like this. I always felt like, you know, sometimes you be trying to help people, you know, trying to make sure somebody else all right. And sometimes if people don't want to help themselves, you gotta want to help yourself. You see what I'm saying? You got to want to help yourself. That's just the bottom line. Can't nobody, like, for instance, I'm just gonna say this. If you know that you don't supposed to be smoking, why you smoke? If you know it's not good for you, why do you do it? But can't nobody, like alcohol, whatever. You know, I drink like a mixed drink or something like that. But if the doctor or someone tell me, look, you don't need to be doing this, But if you continue to do it yourself, then that should let people know, look, you got to care for you. Like I always say, can't nobody do nothing that for you. You got to want to. You got to want to do it for yourself. That's just the bottom line. But if you are peeping in the bushes or if you in the chat, I was talking about heart awareness today because February is Heart Disease Awareness Month. I have helped people so many times that I realized that they don't want to help themselves, so I just fall back and tell them no. Yeah, I know I have done it too, Frank. You know, sometimes how you try to make sure others be all right, then you be neglecting yourself, but you just can't do it. You can't, you know, there's one thing you can't not do. And I had to learn a lot of stuff the hard way. I had to learn a lot of stuff the hard way. So right here, there's the American Heart Month, designated in February. They started this day, this month for heart awareness in 1964 by President Lyndon B. Johnson. Hey, Six Ball, how you doing? Good to see you. I see you had come in. I see you with the first one today. You trying to start off the year being number one, huh? How you been? I got to catch up on some of y'all work. I get when I went out for a couple of weeks, I lost, I don't be getting notification from people no more. So I got to start back going to the channel if I can get back in the rhythm of the, some of the channels. How you been doing? I always ask about the kids. How the family? I'm doing okay. I still have my days, but I have to try to keep going because I'm not, I be stressed. I cry, and I have to keep moving. And I'm focusing on myself, trying to stay focused on my health. Because we're going to talking about heart disease, and heart disease is the number one killer out here. It is mostly toward women and African American. I've been okay. Yeah, I watched a few videos. I'll put you back in there. Glad you're doing okay. Yeah, I have my moments. I have my days, but I'm trying to get back on track. And so today I'm just doing some awareness, talking about heart disease. And I was just asking anybody in the chat, is anybody in the chat taking any blood pressure medicine, cholesterol medicine, or anybody got any heart disease? Like I said, my channel is not to diagnose anyone. This is just awareness and encouragement. And I was just sharing the history behind Heart Disease Awareness Month. They started this awareness in 1964 by President Lyndon B. Johnson. I don't even know who that is, but he a president, old president. He the one wrote the declaration for this awareness to be every February. They said President Lyndon B. Johnson was established to combat the leading cause of death in the United States at the time. Heart disease is the number one, then cancer. Heart disease is killing more people than cancer these days. I mean, I have noticed that a lot of people, you can be looking healthy, y'all. Sometimes you can be looking like you're healthy, but you have a heart attack or you die from something, because because you look at something don't mean, like you can look at a person, you might like, oh, they all right. But you don't know deep down what a person is dealing with. A lot of people dealing with depression and anxiety, mental health, mental illness every day. Don't judge a person just because you think they smile a lot. You never know what a person might be going through. You never know. You never know what a person, some people struggle with their illness silently. You never hear them talk about it. You never see them, you just always know you see them smiling, but you never know what a person might be going through. You never know. Some people have that silent illnesses, that some people never knew about or never heard of. But we know that health disease is one of the number one killers out here, other than cancer. And if you having any type of issues with your heart, anything like that, make sure you contact your medical provider. But they started this awareness back in 1964. Some people do different types of awareness. Like when I was working, there were people used to come out and they would bring information concerning health disease. We all wear red, because red, I think Friday's the day they wear red. So I probably come out live Friday too. Fridays wear red day, and red do represent heart awareness. And when I was working, they had people like nurses come out. They would do like little workshops where they would check your blood pressure, your sugar, your cholesterol, things like that. And then they would give out little pamphlets, and they would, give you information what you need to know about heart disease. And, so they established this awareness back in 1964. President Lyndon B. Johnson was the one signed the proclamation, urged awareness of cardiovascular risk and encouraged preventive measures to save lives. You were red on the job? Okay. Yeah, see, that's a lot of jobs and like hospitals and, a lot of people wear other heart disease because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be, this is a very important, this is a situation what people is going through every day. That's why I said, if you on your blood pressure medicine, you take your blood pressure medicine. If you're taking cholesterol pill, take your cholesterol pill. Do that. Most people say anything because they don't want people to feel sorry for them, especially these days, the fake support. Yeah, I understand. But like I said, people are dealing with stuff. They might not speak on it, but they are. And like I said, Sassy said she walking for her health. And by her being walking, she said you have helped her good. You help her physically and mentally. We have to find ways to help ourselves, because nobody going to do it for you. Not going to lie. I had chest pain and went and sat down today. All right, girl. What you been doing? Child, yeah, I told y'all, I just got my heart test done a couple of weeks ago. My doctor ordered me to get a ultrasound because you want to make sure my arteries are not clogged up. They check the back of my legs. They check my ankles. They want to make sure I don't have any blockage, because I was dealing with the loss of my mom, and I was having chest pain. But I have a anxiety disorder, and all that mess with my heart. That's why I try to stay calm. That's why lately I just been, I'm still grieving for my mom, but I've been breathing. I've been trying to, keep myself busy and stay calm as possible. And, I think about the good days. Me and my mom was laughing, and, I try not to keep asking the question, what could I have done? I was feeling like I could have done something, but I don't know if I could have done something. She was 86 years old. She died of natural causes. And I'm coming around to really see that she's not in no more pain. I had to really accept what was going on with my mom. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting better, but I do still have my days. I know I'm changing my habit. And that's what I got to get back on too, Six Bowl. Like I told Frank, my biggest problem when I stress, I think I'm supposed to snack on something sweet and I know that's my biggest problem. That was my biggest problem. That's why now y'all starting to see me start by sharing different stuff like that. Oh, your birthday Saturday? Oh, okay. See, I be forgetting y'all birthdays now. Your birthday Saturday, Frank's birthday, the 26th. Yeah, my baby, my oldest, she turned 37, child. So, woo, she getting up there, and I'm getting up there too. I had her when I was 20 years old. But let's continue to take care of ourselves, y'all. Let's keep ourselves motivated. Let's continue to stay encouraged. That's what I always say. Stay encouraged, Because if we don't try to see about ourselves, we can't expect for nobody else to do it for us. Take care of yourself, Six Bowls. I know you probably got a lot, dealing with your kids, but take care of yourself. She my junior. I'm going to keep telling that God was ready for her to go home. I know, Frank, and I had to really accept that it was her time. But, it's still, I have my days. I catch myself crying, but that's part of my healing. It's part of my healing. Yep. But I hadn't been in my mama's room since she died. I went and peeked in the door and I just started breathing fast. My anxiety just crept up just that quick. I could even go in the room. I couldn't mess with her clothes. I had to let other folks mess with her clothes. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even do it, y'all. I had to. Well, the day I went to my mama's room where she died, I just peeked in the door. I started crying. I started breathing fast. I just ain't ready I ain't ready yet. Yeah, but girl, I'm a bag of water. My bag of water. I told my brother and my niece and them, I said, y'all move with clothes. I just, how you have to go through people's clothes, but I wasn't ready to do it yet. But they went on and got it. Yeah, I'm accepting it. I'm accepting it. Yeah. Because if I don't, I'm going to continue to be making myself sick. So I got to continue to keep praying and ask God to continue to make me stronger. So we know this awareness was established by President Lyndon B. Johnson. It was established in 1963, 1964. They say he established this day. I shovel snow in my husband's boots. Oh, you do? Now I got stuff I hear. It just remind me of my mom. I still got her Christmas present wrapped up. Everybody saying, "What you gonna do with them presents?" I don't know. My mama present still sitting up on that stand where I had them at Christmas time. I said maybe I'll open them up one day. Maybe I'll open them up. So the president will establish this day, y'all. Reason he established this day because he had a heart attack himself. Lyndon B. Johnson, who had himself experienced a heart attack, issued the first proclamation in December 1963 after a joint resolution from Congress with the first official February Awareness Month taking place in 1964. So that's why he started this awareness, because he suffered a heart attack. In the 1960s, I'm just telling y'all some history behind the Awareness Day. In the 1960s, over half of all annual United States deaths were caused by cardiovascular disease. Awareness was low regarding risk factors like smoking, high blood pressure, and sanitary lifestyle. Evolution of focus. Over the decades, American Heart Month evolved from just raising awareness to actively promoting preventive care, including CPR. Anybody in the chat know how to do CPR? Do anybody in the chat know how to do CPR? I know I can do it. Me and my granddaughter talked about that the other day. Because she said she learned how to do it because my granddaughter is going to be a nurse. You can't stand the smell of smoke. Did anybody in the chat know how to do CPR? It's good to know how to do it, they say. You know how to do it, Frank? I know they taught us in school because we was taking a health class in school. So they did teach us in school. But I need to refresh myself with it, but yeah. So this is like every February, this is what they do. They share some type of awareness. And my awareness is just bringing the information and sharing the encouragement. I'm wearing red, of course. You can wear red. Sassy said they wear red on her job Friday. I think the school be doing stuff too. Cause I think my granddaughter now gonna have to wear red. Yeah. I think they be doing different types of programs, and like I said, some places do like little workshops. They have where you can get your blood pressure check and things like that. Like I said, this is just commentary. I'm just gonna go over a couple of things right here. But yeah, but I do have a couple of my mom's little shirts and stuff. I still got them when I had them on my house. I look at them and I just fold them back up and put them. I try to put out the little stuff for hers. I do have, but it just, it's been over a month, but it still seems like it just was yesterday when she passed. And I know I got to continue to stay strong. Right here, they got 8 steps to prevent heart disease and stroke. Like I said, my channel do not diagnose or suggest. This is just commentary, and this is fair use, sharing awareness on my channel to help educate, encourage, and not tear down. So right here, it's just showing like the different steps to prevent heart disease and stroke. But look, this is just commentary. Just go to your doctor now. That's what I'm going to try to tell you. I want to make sure you hear that. If you have any kind of issues, make sure you go to your doctor. These are the 8 steps to prevent heart disease and stroke. These key factors can help to live a longer, healthier life and reduce your risk of heart disease and stroke. They're part of an overall healthy lifestyle and prevention approach you can build with your healthcare team, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and other professionals. Know your risk. If you're between 40 and 75 years old and have never had a heart attack or stroke, use our check change control calculator to estimate your risk of cardiovascular event in the next 10 years. A lot of people, I don't know how y'all get y'all checkup. Like I said, I just got a test done. I just got a test done on my heart, and everything, was looking all right. Besides the dealing with the anxiety, I just got to stay calm. I take my medication. So right here, just showing your risk. Age does have a lot to do with it, and it's all depending on what type of lifestyle you living. Number 2, eat a healthy diet. Center your eating plan around vegetables, fruits, whole grain, legume fruits, nuts, plant-based protein, lean animal protein, and fish. See, that's what I've been trying to stick with, just vegetables, fruit. But when I go out, when I be going with them kids, I always mess up. But that's basically what I've been trying to do. Just stick with a lot of fruits and vegetables. And I get me some peanuts or some almonds. I try to get stuff with whole grain. That'll help me with this inflammation also. And the plant-based stuff. I try to do a lot of protein shakes. I did a smoothie today. Y'all make sure y'all check out my video. I'm trying to stick with just these type of foods. The fried food, the pork. I'm trying to put all that out the way. Just stick with the vegetable fruits, whole grain, lignans, nuts, plant-based protein, lean animal protein. You can eat meat like fish and chicken. I see Sassy doing she do her fish and chicken every month. That's great. You still able to get those proteins in and fiber or whatever else, whatever you fix during that time. Be physically active. And I also be doing, I don't show it on camera, but I be doing some little high knees on my own, working with my knees and stuff. But this OD, I don't know. This thing here, it be giving me some problem. But I do like 2 or 3. I've been doing like 10 a day. I do 1 on one side, 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. I don't record it, but it's just something I'm working on myself. Be physically active. I try to work with my arms. Be physically active. Adults should aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensive aerobic activity or 75% vigorous activity each week. If you're already active, increase your intensity for more benefits. If you're not active, now get started by sitting less and moving more. I do whatever I can, but I know I have issues with my back, so I can only do, and it bother my issue is start with my back and affect my hip and my left leg. I do what I'm able to do. I don't try to do no more than I can do. But I see those 6 bowls and she was out there shoveling snow. That's probably why your chest hurt, girl. Out there shoveling that snow. But you staying active though. Doing stuff like raking yards or yard work, gardening. All that is something in walking. That's good exercise. So that'll help out too. Watch your weight. Ooh, I've been trying. If you're overweight, lose weight by eating fewer calories and moving more. Check your body mass index, BMI, online to talk to your team about healthy weight for you. You enjoyed it. Okay. So I just went over some steps to prevent. Let me get this other one. I'm going to get on camera in a few minutes. But for real, one thing about you, 6 Bowl, you do it all. You the carpenter. You do it all, girl. And if I don't blame, cause if you would have got somebody to do it for you, you won't have to pay him. That's my husband, he able to do stuff. He do it. Like when it come down to fixing on stuff, give him a hammer. He even do it, help with other people's houses, like fix porches. He built a porch. He do stuff like that. I be telling him, you got to start your channel and talk about some of the work you be doing. He said, I ain't got time for all that. But this right here is the number 5, live tobacco free. Like I said, a lot of people do smoke. A lot of people do tobacco. I have family members that still smoke. I have those family members that still chew tobacco. But you know what they say about smoking. But it's all up to you. If you know something harming you, don't do it. But I'm not here to tell nobody to stop smoking and stuff like that. But you know what's best for you. I like Mickey. Them other thing they be smoking. I can't stand the smell of that stuff. You could tell when somebody had some weed. You could smell that stuff a mile away. But some people saying the weed helped them. So now the cigarette, if you smoke too much, like I be telling my brother, you smoke entirely too much. He got a doctor appointment that week. I said, that doctor need to give you something for smoking, or you smoke too much. And those cigarettes ain't cheap now. Yes, those things are cardio workout. Yeah, that's good what you doing, 6-4. But you still take it easy out there. Smoking will give you cancer, yeah? So live tobacco free. Don't smoke, vape, or use tobacco product. A lot of people be doing that vaping too. If you don't think you can quit for a good on your own, ask for help. Avoid secondhand smoke too. Okay, then. I mean, people, it's a proper habit for some people. You know how some people have a habit of smoking, a habit of drinking, or well, people do what they want. But if you got health issues, you still have to think twice about some of those things. Especially if it gets you where your blood pressure be up, if it bothering you, you have to think twice about some of that stuff. So number 6, manage conditions. Work closely with your healthcare team if you have high blood pressure, hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes, or other condition that puts you at greater risk. Many conditions can be prevented or managed by eating better, getting active, losing weight, and not smoking. Most people just don't yell about their health. No, they don't. That's why I was saying you gotta want to. That's why I'm always trying to. I know some of the things that I gotta get better at, but a lot of this stuff is a mind thing. It's a lot of this stuff you have to just say, look, I gotta do this. That's why I tell myself, I know I gotta do this. I know what I need to do. Take your medicine. Number 7, take your medicine. Your doctor may prescribe statins with strains of other medication to help control blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Take all medication as directed. Don't take daily aspirin unless your doctor tells you to. I don't take no aspirin. I will take a Tylenol, but if my head be hurting, I know if my blood pressure be up, my head start hurting, I start getting blurry in the eyes. And I know when my mom died, everything went up. Blood pressure, anxiety, everything. Everything went up. But, I'm getting back on track with my health, When I went back to the doctor the other week, my blood pressure had to went back down. So I'm sticking with my health, trying to take my medication, do what I need to do, try to stay calm, breathe. If it be warm, I get out there and walk around in my yard, try to keep myself moving. As an adult, you have to parent yourself, and some people have a hard time doing that. Yep, listen to your doctor. Exactly. Because my daddy go tell me, and I told him he better not never do that no more. He stopped taking his cholesterol pills. I said, well, Dad, who told you to stop taking it? About me. I said, you better start by taking that medicine. You don't supposed to stop taking your medicine on your own. Even though you could be feeling your best, you might be feeling pretty good, but sometimes you just have those lapses. It might come back on you. I take mine. It's medicine I got to take the rest of my life, like my thyroid medicine, the blood pressure medicine. I take medicine for pain. I take medicine for inflammation. I go get infusion shot. I get a lot of medicine going in my body. I'm just going to tell you. I possibly went to the doctor today, but it was raining so bad. I didn't get out there in all that rain. I was going to lay. I was aching too. So I told the people, I said, I'm coming next week. They said, we understand. I won't fit to get out there in all that rain. I don't like to be getting out there in all that rain. People get mad at me when I tell them the truth about smoking that can get you cancer. It's the truth. It causes, it causes it. The doctor will tell you that. Number 8, be a team player. Your health care team can help you build a prevention plan that works for you. Make decisions together, ask questions. Talk about the challenges in your life that may affect your health, like stress, sleep, mental health, family situation, tobacco use, food access, social support, and more. Like I said, I know I had been stressing, and like I said, I'm human. So I had to get myself back on track, y'all. I really had to get myself back on track because I was having headaches and I know what my problem. I know what it was. Anxiety. I know what it was. I had to face reality that my mom is gone. And every day it still get harder, but I still have to I just don't believe she gone. But I know she is. Right here, they said 5 heart attack symptoms more commonly experienced by women. Because they said heart disease is the most leading cause in women's death besides cancer. So I don't know how often you have to take those screening for your heart, but it's good to try to go get that done if you're old enough to get. I know you have to be certain ages to get those certain tests you have to get done. But if your doctor know that you having any type of anxiety or having problem breathing, they probably would order one for you. They said 5 heart attack symptoms that mostly common experienced by women: dizziness, fatigue, nausea, stomach pain, pressure or tightness in the chest. Because I remember that day had that pain going down my chest. I mean, I felt, ooh, they called the ambulance on me. And I was at the doctor's office when that happened. So they called the ambulance that day. I think I had told y'all about that. I was having chest pain. I was feeling tired. Like I was just feeling a tightness in my chest, but it wasn't a heart attack. It was anxiety. And when I went and got that first test done on my heart, they told me I had a stiff heart. So they got something to do with inflammation and different stuff like that. So that's why right now I'm trying to get back focused on things that I need to be focused on. Things that I can't control, I can't worry about it. If I can't control things what's going on or what didn't happen, I have to let it go. I have to let it go. Because holding on to stuff and holding on to stress, it ain't going to do nothing but build up stuff and it's going to kill you. So, like that song I be playing, let go, let God. Let go and let God. So right here, the United States Heart Health in 2026. Okay. Hypertension, diabetes, and high cholesterol and heart disease still high and prevalent. These are some of the number ones I hear, y'all. Hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, and heart disease. This stuff ain't nothing to play around with. If you're dealing with any of these issues, take care of yourself. I know a lot of people say they do natural medication. They like to do natural healings and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna say, I don't know too much about the natural healing and the different things. I hear a lot of people say you can take different natural foods and plants and things like that for your. They tell me all the time. I use turmeric. A lot of people tell me a lot of different stuff I can use for pain, but I still take my medicine. I ain't got to the point where I'm going to stop taking my medication. And I'm not going to tell no one to stop taking their medicine and try something different. Hey, TNT, how you doing? Happy belated birthday. You having surgery tomorrow? What kind of surgery you having tomorrow? Wow. Let's keep TNT in prayer. You having another surgery? What kind of surgery you having? And my shoulder been hurting lately. I was like, Lord, it started back. Wow, you been have another surgery? Is it the same elbow or a different elbow? Wow. Take it easy. Like I said, we got to take care of ourselves these days. I tell you. How many times you had surgery? Do you just had one? How many surgeries you had? Hey, Charlene, I didn't know you was in here. How you been doing? Y'all, I'm hanging in now. I have my days, Losing my mom, this really took a toll on me, but I said, Lord, I gotta get back on track. I gotta get back to going, I didn't know you was in here. Y'all make sure y'all connect with one another. You had 2 surgeries? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know about that pain, girl. I deal with it. But it ain't, they wanted to do surgery on my shoulder, but I didn't never get it done. And it's cold weather. This cold weather don't help people with joint issues. Hey, Lion Pride, I didn't know you was in here. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Just doing some awareness, just talking about heart disease, heart awareness. Like I tell everybody, I'm just a vlogger. I mean, I don't want nobody to think that I'm diagnosing anyone or suggesting. It's just awareness and encouragement. Oh, okay. I was talking, honey. I was talking about this because this is the #1 killer, y'all. Heart disease is the #1 killer. And they said in African Americans, the #1 leading cause. Okay, you take it easy too. How y'all weather is? Because it was raining today. Did y'all get in the snow the weekend? The past few days, did y'all get in the snow? It had been cold, y'all. Woo. It had been cold. But today, it's just been like muggy rain. Okay, good to see y'all. Good to see everyone. But I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to get back on track, but losing a parent is hard. Yes, I'm telling you, take blood pressure pills. I do too. I take all my medicine. Oh, y'all didn't get no snow? Okay. And thank y'all for my daughter's birthday wishes. She turned 37, y'all. I said, "Woo, girl, you getting up there." You said hi. So right here, I was just talking about how the heart disease in 2026, hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, and heart disease. They still, it's like a lot of people in the United States is dealing with this. A lot of people dealing with diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, and heart disease. We got to take care of ourselves out here, y'all. My doctor was worried about me because I had just lost my mom, and he knew that I was going through a lot with my anxiety disorder. So he ordered a cardiovascular test for me. But I thank God my tests was normal, but my anxiety level just went through the roof. Because like I said, I'm grieving for my mom. I'm still grieving, but each day it's not getting easier, but I'm praying, asking God to make me stronger. I think I'm getting a little bit stronger. I still shed my tears. I still cry for my mom, but I see myself getting stronger, because I had to first accept she's gone and I had to deal with it. Yeah, it's getting a little better. It's getting a little better. I've been taking treatments. I try to do a little walking. I walk around if it's warm outside, or I try to keep myself busy. That's what it is. I try not to continue to wonder what could I done. And I don't know if it's something I could have done. So I try to come on my channel and share some commentary, just trying to keep my mind busy. Yeah. He said some of my meds, I cannot take some meds due to my surgery. I know. It's a lot of medicine we can't take when you got blood pressure problem and heart disease. You know, you have to be real careful. But don't stop taking them on your own. Make sure you consult your doctor. So also there's awareness and access. Too many still unaware of risk factors. Care isn't equal for all. You know, a lot of people don't know. Yeah, I've been trying to do stuff and, trying to stay. That's why I've been going, going places, just trying to, but once I get by myself, I get quiet, I shed some tears, or I think about the last time that I talked to my mom and stuff like that. But I'm hanging in there. That's why I started back on my channel trying to get to work on some stuff, trying to keep my mind busy. But hey, y'all, if y'all haven't seen me, I'm down here at the bottom. But I was just bringing some, like I said, this is awareness. This is, hold on. Get myself with 9 here. But other than that, I'm doing okay. It's been raining here today. We got a lot of rain. StreamYard got so much stuff going on. I tell you. Trying to get out of here. They have so much stuff going on. Like I said, this is a new month, and it's February. Valentine's Day is coming up. We got Black History Month, and we also have Heart Awareness. So y'all will probably see some more information, some more stuff about Black History Month on the channel this month. And we also started our can y'all hear me? Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna have to go down and come back up. Like I got stuck. Okay. Yeah, it looked like I had got stuck. Okay. But it's good to see everybody. I see y'all now. But yeah, I just was bringing that, talking about, y'all know that's what I do over here. But like I said, this channel is not to diagnose or suggest, just commentary. Anybody can read the same thing I was reading. But always consult your physician, your medical team. Let them know if you have any type of issues going on, if you have any type of chest pains or just anything out of the ordinary still going on. Oh, okay. Always take care of you. Sometimes we tend to help others and neglect ourselves. I know I have an issue with that. I said, Lord, how can I help anybody if I'm not right myself? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this is Heart Awareness Month. I got on my red. Can y'all put some red hearts in the chat? That's to honor anybody that's dealing with heart disease. If anybody in the chat dealing with heart disease, or you got anyone that's dealing with it, that's right. That's right. I had to, I know I'm good about saying, I can tell people no, But I'm always trying to make sure somebody else all right. Hey, Louis, how you doing? Your mama had one? Let's put some red hearts in for people that dealing with heart disease. I'm all right, Louis. I think this is my first time seeing you. I had been off for a minute, few weeks. I lost my mom the week before Christmas, y'all. And I swear that was so hard. And it's still hard. But I said, Lord, I pray daily. I ask him to continue to give me strength. Oh, wow. And she had to have 2 stents placed in her arteries to keep them open. Wow. I just had my cardiovascular test done. They want to make sure that I wasn't having any type of blockage, or they want to make sure I didn't have no blockage in my arteries and things like that, because I'm telling y'all, I passed out when I first found out my mom died. I blanked out. I couldn't hardly breathe. So they had to do tests on me to make sure that I wasn't having any heart issues. When I talk about them, I still get a little emotional, but I'm human. But I'm getting there. But yeah, I just got to take care of myself. That's why I said, Lord, I got to get myself back on track. I said, I got my kids, my grandkids. I said, I want to be around long as I can. So I had to get a reality check. I had to get myself mentally back on track. It's good to help people know how to take advantage of you, especially if they know you are a yes person. Yeah, they will. And sometimes, y'all, I hate to say it, sometimes be your own relatives. Sometimes be your own relatives will try to take advantage of you. I'm like, oh my goodness. But I just try to just do the best I can. But I hope your mom doing a little better, Louis. I know a lot of people that have to have those pacemakers, and my brother, he had to have a pacemaker and stuff. It's a lot of people have to have those pacemakers too. I just thank God my tests came out okay. They said my heart is stiff. Like I said, I'm dealing with inflammation. So that's why y'all see me talking and sharing and different stuff about the way I have to eat. Hey, James, how you doing? I know some of y'all I hadn't seen. So happy New Year to y'all. I hope y'all had a good Christmas and everything. I was off for a few weeks because I had lost my mom. And it still get hard for me, but I just pray and ask God to continue to make me stronger. I said, Lord, I just got to get back. I just get back on this channel and do some work. Just trying to keep my mind occupied. Because if I sit down, I just sit here and think about my mom and cry. But I pray daily for strength. The procedure you're describing is called cardiac catheterization. It's involved inserting a catheter through a groin and for the diagnose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know a couple of people have those, I'll be going to the hospital in the morning at 6. Let's keep TNT in prayer, y'all. Let's put some prayer signs in the chat for TNT. She having surgery in the morning. She's having another surgery in the morning on her arm. So let's put her in prayer, y'all. Let's keep her in prayer. I pray everything turn out okay for you, TNT. I know you done went through this before. I hope this time everything work out all right for you. Because this is your second surgery, right? She got to take 6 different types of medication to keep her heart healthy and keep it right. Wow. Oh my God. I do have a live stream where I did talk about my mom. Okay. Send it to me, Louis. You got my email, or you can put it in the chat. And thanks again to the ones that did email me and That's your third surgery? Wow. Again, thanks to the one that emailed me during my grieving period with my mom. I'm still grieving. You know, a lot of people say they grieve for years. You know, I'm just trying to try to keep it going with it. Some people sent me some donations. I thank them for that. Some of my Dream Team family. And of course, I did have a birthday. My birthday it came. I thank God for allowing me to see another year. We got some birthdays in February coming up. Six Bow's birthday coming up. We got Frank's birthday coming up this month. So happy birthday to the February babies. I was the January baby, but my birthday just didn't seem right. But I was thankful, I was thankful to be turning another year. I was sad, but I was thankful. So TNT said she having her third surgery, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I got a phone call. Yeah, TNT had a birthday on the 30th. Happy belated birthday. I saw when you I think you with your sister. You with your sister or somebody. All right, Sassy. Y'all make sure y'all check each other out. Sassy, she doing her own personal journey. Y'all know she been doing her walking, and she said her walking have helped her health. Y'all make sure y'all check out TNT. She's just keep her impressed. She having surgery in the morning. We got Lion Pride in here. Y'all know she do her walking and fitness, and we also have Charlene Hill in here. She does wellness also. She does walking. She does a lot of positive things on her channel. We have Miss Key in here. She do her cooking, and we doing the challenge. We started the challenges, but she started way before I did because I wasn't on. But we're on positive. We're on inspirational messages this week, or inspirational quotes. You said this last month was my mom. The last month was my mom's birthday. She turned 88. Oh, okay. Well, my mom was 86 when she passed. She died from natural causes. We also got Frankie here. He be doing his channel with the sports. He be sharing up to date current events and things like that. He's also doing the inspiration message of the day in the challenge this week. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Who am I missing? Anybody? Grandma Lynn was in here. Y'all make sure y'all check out Grandma Lynn. She started her walking bike over. I said she just started a bike for the year. So y'all, we got some good creators in here. And Six Bowls in here. She does her cooking, and she does a lot of different things with her family. Y'all make sure y'all check her out also. But thank y'all for my daughter's birthday wishes. My daughter turned 37 on Sunday. I said, girl, you getting up now. Make me feel. Look, I turned 57 on my birthday. But I'm truly blessed, y'all. I thank God for his grace and mercy. Well, all right, TNT. You take care of yourself. And shout out to my members. Shout out to my members, the one that are still with me. I appreciate you all. But I want to bring that information to y'all. Like I said, I try to bring different awareness to the channel. Like I said, this is Heart Disease Awareness Month. And Lewis, thank you for sharing that with us about your mom. And I hope that she's doing well since she had those different stents and different things done to her. I hope she's doing okay. TNT, you got just an outpatient you got, or I have a channel as well. Oh yeah, I ain't forgot about your TNT. I thought I had called your name. Don't forget to check out TNT. She also does different things on her channel. She be over there dancing, she be over there cooking, she do a little bit all. I know you finna have surgery. I know you probably I don't know if you're gonna be on for a couple of days, but y'all make sure y'all check her out. Are you gonna be in the hospital or just gonna be outpatient? I got some things coming up. I'll be unboxing my new tea. I'll be getting different types of teas. It'll be tea of the month. I probably do my first unboxing this weekend. So I'm back trying to do some commentary and stuff like that. So I'm still focusing on my health. I thank God that, that my tests came out pretty good. Because I was getting worried because my chest, I had been having chest pain. I've been having, since my mom passed, my chest had been hurting. But I know it's come from my anxiety disorder. Like I said, I had to start trying to let go and let God. And because I know my mom, I really had to accept that she's gone. And I know that she's not in no more pain. I witnessed my mama crying every day from being in pain. And I deal with pain myself also. So, I couldn't say a few weeks ago, I know that she's in a better place. But now I can say, I know she's not in no more pain. But it's still hard. But I don't have to hear her cry. And when you have to hear your mom cry, it's hurtful. It's hurtful. I'm about to get emotional a little bit now. But I am in a support group, and that helping me out a whole lot. They helped me out a whole lot, being able to talk with others that going through the same thing. And you'll be surprised how many people been grieving for years. And I know the more I stress, the more it's not good for me. I was having chest pain. I wasn't breathing right. My daughter's a nurse, and when I found out my mom, because they had to call me and tell me my mom had passed, because I wasn't there with her when she passed. And I was saying to myself, I wish I could have been there, but it probably wasn't meant for me to be there, because I was at my mom's house every other day. But that day, I wasn't there. That particular day, I wasn't there. All right. I got it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you did. Understandable, sis. It's a heartbreak that is hard to explain. Yeah, it is. And I, because I still find my mom been gone. She been dead over a month, finna be 2 months. And I still cry. I'm about to cry now, but I just ask God to make me stronger. I just asked him to make me stronger. I said, I got to let go and let God. But she going to always be there. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So, which I just got to continue to stay focused and try to take care of myself. My granddaughter had said, Grandma, we don't want to lose you too. You got to get back on, get right, So, and it's hard to explain to children. It's hard to, yeah, I know. On my mom's side, her family, her mom's side has strokes. Wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you go get yourself checked, Louis? Since, like, just imagine having back-to-back death, 214, 215. I know, Frank. I know you said your mom and then your grandmama. I know that was a lot. I know that was a lot. I mean, from you being in my chat all those times, you was telling me about your mom and grandma. I see what you were feeling, Frank. Like I said, if you have not walked those shoes, if you have not lost a mom or a dad or close relative, it's hard to explain and tell people. Like my granddaughter, she be like, Grandma, you all right? You gonna be all right, Grandma. She be saying, Grandma, move on. Or, she might say, don't do what she said, cool down, Grandma. She was trying to say, calm down. And she's 7. And I'm trying to explain, baby, it ain't that easy to move on like that. She was like, I lost my uncle. I moved on. I'm like, that was your uncle, baby. That was your uncle. But, it's hard to explain to kids and others that don't know what you're really going through. She a sweetheart. She get bad sometimes. Oh, Jesus. She will. Yeah, I'll be seeing on him. But, like people that got have family members with heart attacks and cancer, they be wanting you to get those checkups. So, Lewis, do you keep yourself checked up do you go take care, like those tests done and stuff? Like my brother, they have to get checked for prostate because my dad had prostate cancer. So the doctor suggests them getting prostate cancer checked. Hey, First Lady, how you doing? Happy Wisdom Wednesday. Yep. You been doing all right? I'm a strong brother who still got through it, but I have to live my life instead of being depressed. And that's true. That's why I said I had to try to get back to doing things because I've been cried myself to death, but I'm getting there, y'all. That's why I've been trying to get back on my channel, trying to work a little bit, trying to keep myself busy. I do have a heart condition called, for real? Pulmonary arterial stenosis. Wow. Oh, okay. You were born with it? Wow. Okay. So you have to take medication. We're talking about heart awareness today. Just been sharing some information. Over here, I just share information, just try to encourage and go over some of the stuff that I had talked about. We was just talking about, how we can take care of ourselves to prevent some of those things from happening. Like I said, I know a lot of people smoke and drink and do everything like that, but you still, if the doctor tell you, if you got a heart condition and the doctor said, look, you need to put them cigarette down, you got to want to put them down. You know what I'm saying? You got to want to put them down. Especially if he's saying, look, these cigarettes are not helping you if you're dealing with heart issues or things like that. But you got to want to take care of yourself. I'm not just saying about smoking. It can be anything. Because people going to do what they want. They feel like they grown. They going to do what they want. But you got to want to take care of you. I don't always talk about my mother and grandmother, but I miss both of them. I'm sure you do. They died back to back. My heart doctor, he said I can see him until I was 70 years old. Okay, so you go to a heart doctor. Okay, that's good. And that's important that we go get our checkups and stuff like that. I had just had a heart test done, maybe with last year, but I had another one done a couple of weeks ago because I know I've been going through a lot, losing my mom. And so my doctor said, you want to make sure all my arteries are good because, I deal with pain. I think I'm in here what my mom was dealing with because my mom had that chronic pain also. But she was older and she got where she couldn't walk, right? See, I can walk, but I have issues, but I have to keep moving. Because if I don't, it'll be harder on me. So I just ask God to continue to make me stronger. I take my blood pressure medicine. I take with all the medication that I'm supposed to take. I ain't got where I can say I'm medicine free. I can't say that. Because I take stuff for inflammation. I take different types of medication. I'll be back in a little bit time to eat stuff. Okay, I'm about to get ready to get off of here. I just want to bring that awareness, but like I say, anytime that you're having chest pain or you feel dizzy, any type of pain in your chest, different signs of things that can let you know that something going on with you. Sometimes you just, how sometimes we'll brush stuff off. We'll say, oh, it's okay. Most of the time when you have chest pain, the first thing you might say, it could be gas, but it don't be gas all the time now. It don't be gas all the time. But I'll tell you one thing about gas. It do get up in your chest, and it will get in your back. And it'll make you feel like you about to have a heart attack. But still, anytime you feeling any type of pain, anything just out of the ordinary, don't hesitate. Some things you can Google, but Google ain't no doctor now. About to tell my doctor say quick. Google can't tell you everything. Still go get your checkups, Still get your checkups. Don't take no chance when it come down to that. Because they said heart attacks is one of the number one killers out here. And we know stress play a whole part in it. That's why I said, Lord, I had to get myself back on track. I had to breathe in, breathe out. I pray until God to heal and it goes away. Yeah. That's why I say I'm in a healing process. I know I didn't came a long way from a few weeks ago, but that was my mom. And I was right there. If I went at home or with my children, I was with my mom. That's how it was. Yep. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, this is a new month, everyone. And we know it's winter now. Well, they said the groundhog, that's what they say. They said it's going to be 6 more weeks of cold weather. Excuse me. I guess if you believe in the groundhog. Now, that's what they say. I don't know. I don't know about that groundhog stuff. But I know it's been cold. Now, today it was raining. It was kind of warm a little bit. But they claim we're going to get 6 more weeks of cold weather. God want her to realize, yeah. I know, Frank. I had to give it to him. I had to say this how it was gonna be. Like I said, I seen, weeks before she died, I saw how she was. I saw how her body was. I saw what she was doing, and I didn't want to Back then, I didn't want to just face it. But when I sit back and I think about it, the signs was there. I know she was, you know, she was hanging on as long as she could, you know. All right. I mean, got there. Whew. But anyway, y'all, um, you did. Um, it's a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a it's hard. I know you know, but but I'm trying to continue to ask God to make me stronger, and I think I have gotten a little bit stronger than what I was. A little bit stronger than what I was a few weeks ago. Cause I tell you, it took a toll on me mentally. So I pray for strength. I ask that He continue to guide me, give me the strength that I need on this journey. And I want to thank everybody that who be praying for me and saying good things, encouraging words, and telling me to keep holding on, hang in there. I appreciate all the positive, positive comments because I get a chance. I might not see them right then, but I'll go back and see them. Let me know that y'all was thinking about me, that you are thinking about me, but I'm getting there. And I said, I'm going to try to get back on my channel and try to, make myself active and useful. And so I said, Lord, I let go and let God and just continue to pray for strength. But what I talked about today, I hope it was helpful. Like I said, I was just talking about different things about heart disease. But always consult your doctor. I will always tell people, consult your health provider, your team, whoever you have with you for your health care. Let them know what's going on with you. Ask questions. That's what I do. If my doctor start want to give me something different or want me to try something, I'm gonna ask questions. What is this? Why am I taking this? Because you need to know what's going on with you. Just because like they said, some of these doctors like to be trying stuff on you. Like they said, they try to try new medication or new experiences. No, I need to know what this for. I ask questions. I'm just gonna tell you, when I be getting my infusion, I know I get the same medicine every time I go, but if they try something different on me, I'm gonna say, look, what this for? And if something is not helping you, like if you going to somewhere you've been going for a while, if it's not helping you, it's good to get second opinion. It's good to, find other options. You know what I'm saying? So, um, again, I'm about to get ready to get off of here. And like I said, thank you, Luz, for sharing that about your mom. I pray that she continue to stay strong. And it's a lot of people have to have those stents in them. Yeah, I'm getting out. I still have my moments. I almost cried a while ago, but I said, I got this. Uh, Thank you, Fair Lady. Joy Girl, you are stronger and better. Just know your mother doesn't want you to keep grieving her. She wants you to be strong, real person you are. You are the strongest, the one that, yeah, I know. But yeah, I done came a long way now. Cause when I tried to come back a few weeks ago, I didn't even want y'all to see how puffy my eyes was. But I had my moments. That why my daughter, my kids, My family, they be checking on me, because I don't work. And if I'm not around them, I'm at the doctor, and they don't, they want to make sure I be okay. I didn't know how I was about my mom. Like I said, I had to first accept, and now I know that, I have accepted that she's gone. And I'm in a support group, which helped me out a whole lot. I'm able to share how I feel, and, that helps me out, knowing that there are people out there going through some of the same thing. I had to first accept, then I had to make sure that mentally I'm able to handle everything, try to get my health back on track. And so I'm getting there. I want to thank my members. Thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for continuing your membership. I want to thank my moderators, all my supporters, my Dream Team sisters. I had a couple of people to send me donations and stuff like that. Thank y'all so much. And thank y'all for wishing my baby happy birthday. That was my oldest. And I'm about to get off of here. So, First Lady, how you been doing? You been enjoying the weather? I know a lot of people be saying they can't stand that cold. A lot of people, saying they can't stand the cold. There are a lot of people saying they can. I don't like to be cold. Woo. I don't like to be cold. The other day, it was raining. You know how it be when it rains, it be kind of muggy like. But I take maybe fall, spring, anytime. You do? Woo. Child. If it ain't real, like not the weekend, I think we had got up in a couple of days last week. We had got up in the teen last week. I was so miserable. I was so miserable. I said, oh my God. These balls know they was hurting. Yep. That's why I cooked me some soup the other day. Woo. I had to have something warm. But anyway, I don't know if anybody in the chat is live or going live. Y'all just support everyone that stopped by. Anybody else going live now? Or if there's, let me know. And I can share your link in the chat. Yeah. But anyway, what y'all had for dinner? No, right now I'm back on trying to get back on track with my eating. I'm just sticking with my veggies, chicken, and fish. Because I was, those desserts, I tell you, I thought I gotta let y'all go. I was stressing to eat. I thought I can't do it. I cannot do this no more. So I put the other stuff back and pulled back out those smoothies and spinach and all that stuff. You do too. You do too. And I appreciate you for supporting. Shout out again to all my members and everybody. I'm finna get ready to get off of here too, but I just want to bring some awareness about heart health. You had tuna? That sounds good. Just remember to take care of ourselves, Oh, you still got some snow? Cause it was 2 storms back to back, wasn't it? It was 2 storms back to back, wasn't it? But I tell you, I know my dad done got a lot of snow up there in South Carolina. He had sent me a video, and I think he said they got between 6 and 7 inches. Ooh, I mean, it was white snow. White snow. But all right, y'all. So y'all, what is it? Is it melting away? Y'all just got it still on the sidewalks and stuff. Y'all make sure y'all check out our inspirational quotes this week. We're doing that. We're on day 3. Me, Frank, and Miss Key, I think. I don't know anybody else. I don't know if anybody else. If it is, I haven't seen it, but shout out to y'all. I started by doing the challenge. Miss Key got them boiled eggs on there. I forgot to tell you, I ain't ate none in a while, so I don't know. Maybe I have to do it. I ain't ate none in a while. But I think the boiled egg on there 2 days. And what else we got on there? Snack of the day, and I think 3 shorts a day, something like that. I got it on my computer a while. Y'all make sure y'all check out Sass over there. She over there working out. She over there working it out. I want to go see hey, how are you doing? Good to see you. Irene said you ain't seen me in a minute, huh? I lost my mom a week before Christmas, and I just been trying to bounce back, but it's hard. So, and thank you for keeping your membership. I appreciate you. Did you have a good Christmas, New Year's? It was hard on me, my mom died a week before Christmas, and I was just telling everybody that it took a toll on me, but mentally, I'm getting there. I didn't came a long way from what I was a few weeks ago. I said, well, I'll get back on my channel and try to share some things and, try to keep myself busy. But it's good to see you. You said I won't get out of the house until the mess is over. Okay, and I was just talking about heart awareness, and some people share some things about their mom and people that deal with heart disease. February is Heart Disease Awareness Month. Shout out to you, Brian. Brian is one of my members. What you been up to, Brian? What you been up to? I peeked out the door when it was snowing. That we had got a little flurry of it last month. I just peeked out the door. I wasn't finna get out there and that stuff. My granddaughter was mad because it didn't stick. I was like, girl, you don't need for that stuff to stick. They be want to get out there and play in it. Thank you. Yeah. It's been a month and some days now. It's just, yeah. I done got a little bit strong. When I first tried to come back on YouTube, I couldn't talk. I was just too emotional. So I had to take a few weeks and, I still have my days, but she's not in pain anymore. And, yeah. Yep. So I'm just trying to get back focused on my health. And I said I was going to come back and do some commentary. And, yep. Yep. So, Brian, what you think about Trump now? I know you say you're a conservative. I know you still his, So what do you think about this stuff going on with the ICE and all of that? What do you think about all that? Do you think what he's doing when it come down to that? Do you think, I know probably some people probably coming in here illegal now. I ain't gonna say they're not, but do you think that like the deaths that didn't happen, do you think they was necessary? I just want to know your opinion about it. That's all. Then I'm finna get off of here. You know, 'cause a lot of people say, you know, maybe it could have been done a better way from people getting, you know, like I said, I don't talk about politics, but I just see stuff like that, and like I said, you know, is this the right solution? If that's the right solution to get rid of people, just to, you know, I just saw that mom that the mom, the one that was the mother with the children. I'm like, wow, now kids without a mom. And then it was another man got killed. Then Don Lemon got arrested. There's a lot going on. You know, you can't help but to see it because they're talking about it on the news. They're talking about it on social media. And I was just saying, is this way helping people or is it hurting people, you know? So I don't know. I just see a lot of people do comment about it. Like I said, if the people over here doing illegal stuff, if they're over here illegal, maybe it's a way, another kind of way they can get them out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think death should be the answer. Killing people should be the answer for it. But hey, I'm not the president. I'm not the one over this government. So, oh, you do. I support ICE. I do think they need body cameras. ICE agents are working across the country with no problem. Something wrong with Minnesota. Something wrong with Minnesota. I know it like everything going on in that place, ain't it? So you support the ICE, huh? Hmm. So you think all the deaths, what they happened, you know, but those are people's lives though been taken. But you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just, you know, those body cameras does show a lot. So I just hope they can come up with a better solution of trying to, you know, get the people or stop the people from protest. But a lot of people feel like that's their freedom of speech to you know, protest or whatever. But I guess it's a way of doing it. Yeah. Okay. Miss Key, you must be live because I'm about to get off of here. I just want to bring that awareness. I was talking, huh?
I forgot to too.
You did. I don't really know what ICE. I know they said some people, you know, the government got out there, but I don't know too much about it. But I said I'm gonna ask Brian how he feel about it. You know, I'm not surprised that I'm not surprised that you're supporting them because I know that, you know, what you say you are. But yeah, it's just maybe they can come up with a better solution about the way they have to kill people, you know. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Here in Missouri, our state legislature passed a law that states all local and state law enforcement agents must cooperate and work with ICE. Oh, okay. So that's what they did. Mm. So I'm assuming that Minnesota didn't do it. They're not agreeing with what Missouri did, right? Oh, okay. Oh, they did. Are you live? Are you going live? I know Miss Key still trying to get her watch hours up. So y'all might see her be coming on like at night. She's trying to work on her watch hours. So let's support if y'all are able to support each other. Like I said, we're doing a positive quote or message of the day. We're on day 3. Yeah. So today is Wellness Wednesday, and I basically was talking about wellness, which I basically talk about wellness a lot, but I will bring up about current events and things like that. And like I said, you see it on the news about all this stuff happening in these different states. And a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are stressed. All that kind of stuff can lead up to health conditions. Especially if you in those areas where you feel like them. Some people, I saw a video where people talk about you can't even hardly walk the street. That ice will get you. So people don't. That kind of stuff can cause people to be stressed out. Now, if you feel like they're gonna grab your child, or they might grab you, if you out there just speaking your freedom of speech. Oh, okay. You been walking today? I'm about to end this. Are you live, Grandma Land? Thank you for supporting. Like I said, it's been rough for me losing my mom, but I said, Lord, just give me the strength. I want to try to come back and work on my channel. But I be in a support group where I deal with grieving, and I'm getting a little bit stronger, but it get hard. So I said, well, I might well get on back on my channel and try to put some work out here. Those numbers sure did go down, but it's all good though. I had to get myself right. I worry about YouTube whenever I get back. But Brian had just came in. I was messing with Brian because I know he said he's a Trump supporter, right? And I was just asking him the question about the ICE, right? Okay. They got the Valentine items out. Okay. And I was asking him the question about how do he feel about the people ICE. And he said he support ICE, And he said the people I don't know if he from Missouri or what, but he said Missouri, they got a law where they have to support the ICE, because, like I said, I don't do the politics, but I just can't help but to see what's been going on in what they call it, Minnesota, and seeing the people that did get shot or killed. Woo! Thank you. That green scared me. Look, I had got a super chat so long, I forgot what it was. Thank you, Grandma Lynn. I got to get back over there with you. I had to take me a little brief moment, losing my mom. It really took a toll on me, but I know I got to keep going. I got to get back focused on my health. But thank you. I got to play that song for you. But I told my family, I said, I'm going to get back on my channel and try to work a little bit. Because if I sit at home, I think about my mom, the tears just roll. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I just ask God to continue to make me strong. I thought I seen a super chat. I did. I got a super chat. So thank you. I thought I seen a super chat. I did. I got a super chat. So thank you. Oh. I thought I seen a super chat. I did. I got a super chat. So thank you. I thought I seen a super chat. I did. I got. Oh, thank you. Oh, so your mom is not with you, Grandma Lynn? Yeah, I know one day I know, like the preacher was saying, we're gonna have to get where my mom, went. It just, I didn't realize it hurt so much. But like I said, I'm getting there. But I just want to bring to y'all about heart awareness. Everybody just take care of yourself. And heart disease is one of the number one killers out here in the United States. And it's the most leading cause of death in women. From the CDC status is showing that heart disease affect women more than men because of the fact that we have menopause and different stuff like that. And anybody that dealing with blood pressure problem or cholesterol problem, make sure you take your medication. If the doctor tell you no longer need it, you do what your doctors say. Take care of yourself, actually. True, we have to take care. Yeah, you're welcome. Like I said, my channel is not to diagnose or suggest. It's just awareness. It's helped benefit me, and I hope it helped benefit others. And I try to bring stuff to my platform. Whether I'm talking about wellness, whether I'm doing testimonials, meal preps, current events. I'm all about trying to stay encouraged and motivated. I try to lift others up. The one thing I don't do is try to tear no one down, because you never know what a person might be going through. And, I just, like I said, I know I'm still healing from losing my mom. And like I said, I done got a little better than what I was a few weeks ago. Even though I was talking about it earlier, tears was forming, but I continue to ask God to make me stronger. And I know those tears gonna still come down, but I'm starting to. I have to accept that she's gone, but it can always be a picture or something that I see of hers and just bring it all back. But I'm getting there. So I'm about to get off of here. I want to thank Grandma Lynn for the super chat. Anybody live now? Because I'm about to get off of here. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and connect with Grandma Lynn. Everyone that stopped by today, I do appreciate you. Thank y'all again for the prayers. There were some people that did send me donations. Thank y'all. Thank you, Brad, for being a member for 2 months. Appreciate you. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all check out Brad. He be dropping some shorts. I see where he had been dropping shorts over there. And Grandma Lynn, I don't know if you and Brian connected with each other, but Brian, he come in and he talks about, he's a conservative. He talk about different things. We was talking about I was messing with him about the ICE people. Oh, but everybody's opinion is respected over here. Whether you are Trump supporter or not Trump supporter, as long as you come over here being respectful to me and being respectful in my chat, you can hang around over here. Everybody's opinions does matter. So I'm about to get off of here. I want to thank all my members, all my supporters, moderators, everybody that support me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Tomorrow, Thursday, let me see. Might come and do some Black history. Might share some things about Black history. I will be sharing something about Black history. Also, we're doing the challenges, and I'll be sharing some more things about heart awareness for this month. This is going to be a short month. And of course, Valentine's Day is coming up. And they claim we're going to get 6 more weeks of cold weather. I don't know nothing about that groundhog, but that's what they said. The groundhog said we're gonna get some more cold weather. So if you're out here, if you're out there while those winter storms be, make sure you be prepared, stay warm, stay safe wherever you are. Take precautions because flu season is still out there, that COVID is still out there. Just take precautions wherever you be. Y'all continue to stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always stay what? Prayed up. And until next time, bye bye. And thanks for joining.